Good morning and welcome to Friday's edition of Broadcast in the Successful Salon Team Room. How are we all? Give me a little hello, a hands up. Let me know you're here. I love to see all your faces in the morning. It brightens my day. I have a very special guest with me today, somebody that I've not known a huge amount of time. I actually met her as lockdown happened that very weekend that we closed all of our businesses. Morning, Liam. Amanda and I had our own kind of lockdown situation going on, didn't we? Where we were in a Airbnb in the middle of London, where we were working on our brands and on our businesses. And I was being introduced to a club called the Brand Builders Club. And Amanda and I just clicked straight away. She walks in like this absolute figure, just powerhouse, absolute powerhouse. And I'm thinking, who the bloody hell is that? Is she famous? And pretty much. And we got on really well. And she has packed my parachute for the whole journey of lockdown. Literally, I think pretty much daily phone calls we've had, haven't we, Amanda? And I'd like to just bring her on just to share a little bit about her story and what she does with you guys. Good morning, Dolly. Hi, Nikki. Hi, Jackie. So, Amanda, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good. And you know what? It's Friday and it's Funtivity Friday, Jen.
I love that word. So Amanda's made her own words up in the dictionary when we went through a session where we were branding ourselves. And so she's called herself the Funtivity expert. I just bloody love it. It's crazy. And one thing I want to point out straight away, if you notice Amanda's T-shirt, okay, that's her logo. She can never change her hair for the rest of her life.
Yeah, I did wake up today and I thought, I better spend a bit longer on my hair today if I'm going to be in front of all these hairdressers. Is it all right?
It's fine. It's fine. We're very forgiving in lockdown. Look at this.
Yours always looks amazing.
I'm down to my eyeballs now. Crazy. But no, your hair looks absolutely lovely. So welcome, Amanda.
Thank you for having me. I'm honoured to be here.
Oh, it's so lovely. It's so lovely seeing your face. I know we chat all the time, but I rarely see your face. So it's really nice to see you.
Well, I did put my wrinkle filler on for you guys this morning. I have to say I'm now the big 50.
Thanks for that. So tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do, Amanda.
Oh dear, where do I start? 28 years ago, I always knew that I wanted to do something in the leisure industry. And I worked my way up to assistant manager of a leisure centre. So I was a sports assistant, a fitness instructor, a sports coach of 14 sports. But I was put on a music and movement course many, many years ago and thought, I'm going to love this, teaching these little preschoolers. So I started doing some freebie classes in an area in West London called Acton. So I booked this community centre and I started running the classes and everybody loved them. And it was just activities, fun, getting children active. But there was something missing. And I thought these children need something to have and to hold, to play with, to learn from. So I went off to IKEA, as you do, and bought these little bunny rabbits. And I gave them to the children in the classes. And I said, why don't we speak about bunnies and what they do whilst we're singing the song? So they were holding the bunnies and we played this song, Hot Little Bunnies, and that was my light bulb moment. So what it is, I encourage children to understand the importance of being healthy and active, using music, using props, linking them to the songs, and then linking everything to the early years foundation stage. And then people say to me, can you do what you do at the session at my child's birthday party? So I thought, yeah, I'll blag anything. I'll become a party entertainer. And then I said, right, I want to do this in areas around London. And I'll cut a very, very, very long story short. Out of the blue, I started meeting a few celebrities. And my first celebrity party was David and Victoria Beckham's World Cup party. So I was asked to go to their house at Beckenham Palace and entertain for children at their World Cup party, a charity. And it was in the afternoon and it was great. I entertained for them. And I think that's what gave me a bit of credibility. And then Amanda Holden from Britain's Got Talent, she was Googling kids parties London. And she said, oh, if she's good enough for the Beckhams, I want her. And so it started off classes, parties, and then I thought, right, how do I scale this business? And I thought that the only way to do this was to franchise. Big mistake, £150,000 later. And I just thought, you know what? I can't find anybody like me. So that was parked to one side. And then I said, right, I need an app. I want an Action Amanda app. So I spoke to a company, and now I have the app where parents can stream all my music online and offline on any device. They can watch music videos, and I just keep adding content. And rewinding back a bit, I decided I didn't want to go to early learning anymore to try and find music. So I decided to create my own. And so the business at the minute is running weekly classes in children's centres, nurseries, although now I've pivoted my business and taken them online. I'm already, after this interview, Jen, I will be running an online session and franchise music, children's birthday parties. I'm now a co-author in the Law of Attraction book with your lovely self. Woo, woo. So we're promoting that. And I mean, I just love what I do. I'm not driven by money or fame. I just want to show the world how important it is for a parent to get your children active and healthy from an early age. But my story, it started off as a personal brand, going around the world, thinking I want to strive to be better and bigger. But actually, I'm happy here in my living room, going global from my living room, which was the chapter of my book, Jen.
I know, and it's a great chapter. And I think one of the things I just want to point out for salon owners in the room and stylists, one of the things that Amanda just said there, she's gone from her living room around the world, and literally she went around the world, like China, Dubai,
Philippines. Dubai.
Like she's gone all around the world with this business, and she's come back to what makes her happy. And I think sometimes we're chasing what society says we should do, and we're chasing that dream, and we want to be bigger and bigger and bigger and better and earn more and earn more and earn more, and then actually that doesn't make us happy, and we need to focus on what does. So my question to you guys today is, what makes you happy? What is it that you need to be focused on? And stop the shiny objects where we're all like, oh, like little magpies. Oh, shiny. And you go
stay in lane, stay on that one pathway.
Yeah. Pick your lane and stay in that lane.
I have to say, Jen, I was so much happier, wealthier as a one-woman band. I had control. I thought that it was the be-all and end-all. Franchising would be my pension. But actually, I have a 14-year-old daughter, and I'm here for her. The house is a lot tidier. My husband likes me for once. And yeah, and I feel so much calmer because I'm not striving. I'm not thinking, what am I going to do next? How can I make more money? I'm not interested anymore. And I just think success is, it's not about money. It's about how many lives that you change. And I think in the brand builders, we are change makers, and that is what's more important than money, fame, or anything. Just be happy, and family is more important than anything.
Yeah, absolutely. I got a really lovely message late last night on Facebook, and I was chatting to this person back and forth, and they were saying to me how much of a difference they'd actually made. So they've done my Find Your Sue course. Didn't know anything about it in the beginning. They've done the course. They've started to implement the stuff that they've learned. And they were sharing with me that they actually made their very first sale on Instagram, which has just blown their mind. And now they're thinking, right, okay, so that's the first one done. Now the next one, how do I get the next one? And they've got the strategies in place because they've done the course. They've picked their lane. They know what they want to work on, and throughout the whole of this lockdown, that person has been consistently showing up with their marketing. That's what they've been focused into. I need to grow my marketing, I need to grow my clientele, and now they've done the training, it's all starting to come about for them. So Talk to us a little bit about your chapter in the book.
Well, like I said, I entertained recently for a family in Lisbon. They contacted me out of the blue. I'd entertained for this family when they lived in Hampstead. And they said, Amanda, my 6-year-old son and their friend, another family, we've got this situation where we're in lockdown. We want to do something for them. How would you feel about entertaining the 2 6-year-old boys? I thought, under 5s is really, my speciality. But you know what? I'm going to try this. And I think when you're an entrepreneur, you just say yes and figure out how you're going to do it. I was thinking, oh my God, what pressure. Put myself into a situation. I'm not technical. Is the Wi-Fi going to cut out? Or do you know what? I thought, I'm going to do it. This could be great, a great testimonial. And what happened was there was Auntie Sue in Lisbon joining in, Uncle Fred in Australia. And I'd never met these people, but I thought to myself, right, it's about being resourceful without resources. So there I am saying, okay, guys, go and find a broom. You're going to hold the broom. I'm going to play the Limbo song. And the children are going to limbo under the room, go around you. And it was just the most surreal experience. But I absolutely smashed it. I got a great testimonial. And then recently I entertained for a 2-year-old. And we had family in Dubai, Saudi. And I was just thinking to myself, this is just unbelievable. So again, the chapter in the book started off me saying, I've just performed the best party ever here in London, in my living room. And then the story took everybody back, how I started off as the personal brand, all the things I tried to do to be successful. And, it's great saying that I've worked with all these celebrities, but do they actually mention me? I mean, the Beckham's World Cup party, it was, everything in Hello magazine, but it said the children were entertained by clowns and magicians. Amanda Holden had a feature in the Sunday Mirror. Oh, and the children loved the entertainer who entertained for the Beckhams. And I once had a psychic reading, and this woman said to me, Amanda, you will never get your name in print. And hello, it just doesn't happen. So, it's lovely having a title as the celebrity entertainer, but what does that actually mean?
Yeah,
it doesn't. And as I say, I'm just happy here now in my living room, making children happy. And I was telling you this morning that yesterday I performed a class in the nursery. They had one bubble of children one end of the room, another bubble of children at the other end on 2 different screens. And then the nursery owner invited those children at home who wanted to join in. I mean, how cool is that? It was amazing. So now I've come up with another idea called All Join In, so that parents and children and families in the nursery and at home can all join in together. So it's just about thinking out of the box. What can you do to pivot your business and take it into another direction, but it's still all about you? So you're not having to employ others. It's your brand, you're in control, and just have fun with it.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got Lubna on the call, another fellow Law of Brand Attraction book author. Hi, Lubes. Hope you're well.
Hi, Lubna. And Lubna is the most unbelievable supporter of us all in the Brand Builders. If we need anything, it's Lubna we go to.
Yeah, absolutely. She kicked my ass last night on a call.
That's what she does best, the action accelerator.
Yeah, exactly that. So I think what I want you guys to really think about from what Amanda's just said there is not getting shiny object syndrome, but also thinking about how you can grow and change what you're doing. If you heard what Amanda just said, she started off as an in-house entertainer. She's brought that home to her living room. She's now got children from nurseries, 2 different nurseries, and then at home as well, joining her. So what she's built is growing and evolving over time. And I think when we go back into the salon, we need to think about how we can build and evolve and grow what we've got to become different to everybody else. I've sent a massive survey out to all of my clients yesterday, asking them how they want us to evolve and grow. So I might be able to shed some light on that later on next week once I've crunched what's come back. But I think now is the time to really think about, now let's just take the music in the salon, for instance. We're going to need to create that calm environment. We've had fellow brand builder Barbara on the call the other day talking about, what would it look like if you had a 45-minute playlist that took you through the emotions of a cut and finish.
Love that.
I know, like crazy good. And we've tossed around ideas about maybe playing podcasts or educational books in the salon so that, people are learning and absorbing once they're there. Or do they want to have it as a hair spa so it's more spa-like music? I think we need to really, really hone in on who we are, what we do, and who we do it for, and think about how we can bring what we do from the table up and just build on it so that we go back bigger and stronger than we've ever done before.
Can I just say, Jen, going back to being unique, that was something that was important to me. So in my business, it's evolved so much over the years. I mean, 28 years ago, there was me, Monkey Music, and Gymboree. And it was so easy to gain children. But now the market is absolutely saturated. And everybody used to say to me, what, you spent £15,000 on each music album? But hell yes, I didn't produce them to make money. I wanted adult production, but for children. So I think what makes me stand out is me as the Funtivity personality who runs the classes. If you haven't got that rapport with children, forget it. I think, again, the music that I produce, because it's of quality, it's different. And the education that I bring to the class, because I link everything to the early years foundation stage. But it's just trying to think, what makes you stand out from the crowd in this very saturated market? So it must be the same for hairdressers. What can you do? And I love what is the name of your program? The Sue?
Oh, Find Your Sue.
Find Your Sue. That is absolutely brilliant. I wish I could find my Action Amanda, and I couldn't. That's why I've gone back to a one-woman brand.
Yeah, absolutely. You should, when I go out to Africa every year and build houses out there for orphaned children, and we work really closely with a nursery. You and BB should come out with Ellie and I.
I never knew that, Jen. I'd love to.
So we've built 11 houses out there now, and unfortunately we won't be going out this year, which has absolutely torn my heart in pieces, because they're like, the guys out there are like my family. But you and BB should come out, because BB and Ellie have become really good friends.
They're our mini entrepreneurs, aren't they?
Absolutely. You should come out and do some work with the nursery over there and teach them a little bit about what you do, because then they can bring that to their children, and perhaps those nursery workers out there can maybe earn some extra money, or maybe start something up out there for them.
Well, that would be incredible, because another part of my business, I now train early years practitioners, childminders, and nannies how to implement my fun fitness music concept into their setting. So I've got the resources. They can use the app as the resource, because they've got the music, they've got the videos to refer to, and it's so easy to implement now.
Oh, that's amazing. We should definitely take the girls out and go do it. Definitely.
Let's do that, Jen.
Do it. We've got Miami in December, and we've got Africa soon at some point next year.
Fingers crossed for Miami.
I know.
Airlines, be kind to us, please, please.
Everyone say a little prayer, please, because we've got a massive conference out in Miami this year, and we desperately need to go. So
I have lots of friends who work in the airline industry, and I am absolutely hoping and praying a lot of them will find out on the 15th of June, BA, what's happening. It breaks my heart.
Is that in terms of whether they still got their jobs?
Yeah. I've had people I know that have worked for BA for over 30 years. So yes, I really, really feeling for everybody.
Yeah. Okay. Can everyone say a little prayer for them as well? Like, we want to go to Miami, but the jobs for the guys. Oh, yeah. I think there's, the next kind of, I don't know, when everything opens back up again and everything goes well, I think we'll be fine. But it's after that, isn't it? When business starts to settle down again and normality starts to creep back in and spend starts to halt, and then maybe we end up with a financial crisis happening. And
I was really lucky. I turned 50 last October, but all of my school friends have had their 50s in lockdown. Bless them. So there's going to be lots of celebrations.
Yeah,
when we're able to.
Yeah. Wow, Amanda, thank you so much. I know you've got a class to go and teach, so I'm going to let you go so you can go and prepare, because I know.
No, thank you so much for having me. And as I say, having short hair, I have to keep it, looking good every 6 weeks. So during lockdown, it was a struggle, let me tell you. So yeah. I absolutely love the work that you guys do. Otherwise, I wouldn't be Action Amanda, and I can't change it now, can I?
No, you have to have that haircut for the rest of your life. That's it.
And my animation character, I forgot to tell you about that, but very, very quickly, I've created Action Amanda as a 4-year-old girl to carry on my legacy, getting children healthy and active. And we're hoping to pitch to Cartoon Network, touch wood, very soon.
It's happening. I've seen it happen already in my mind, so it's going to
happen. And she won't age like me.
5.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, thank you for coming on, Amanda. I really appreciate it. And to you guys, it's Friday, which means I won't see you for a few days now. For those of you that are on my mailing list, go check your emails. There's a little sneaky email that went out to everybody last night, so go and have a look. And for the guys that are on my caption creation course, I will see you Monday evening. And to the rest of you, I will see you Monday 10 a.m.
Have a Funtivity Friday.
Yes, have a great weekend. I'm going to have a glass of bubbles tonight, I've decided.
You need a rest, Jen.
I do.
You work so hard.
And so do you. So do you. Right, guys, take care. Have a lovely weekend, and we'll see you all very, very soon.
Bye. Thank you, everyone.
Bye, Libna.